What is going on, Jet fans? Matt O'Leary back with another video. In today's video, I want to get into the New York Jets versus the Jacksonville Jaguars Week 15 matchup. If you care about draft positioning, boy, does this game mean a lot. It's the 3-10 Jags with the 26th offense and 28th defense against the 3-10 Jets, who rank 25th in offense and 19th in defense. The preview show is brought to you by BetUS, the official sports book of the channel. Jets 3.5-point road favorites. They're back to being favorites. The Jets have not covered a ton as favorites this year, but the Jacksonville Jaguars have been, well, one of the league's worst teams. Not that the Jets have been much better. Anyway, sign up using promo code YouTube150 on BetUS and receive a 150% match deposit bonus on your first deposit up to $2,000. You could also receive 125% match deposit bonuses on your second and third deposits up until you reach that $2,000 threshold. Make sure to sign up using the code YouTube150 and get in on the action, not just for the regular season, but you got playoffs coming up very soon. The Jags are coming off a win in which they put up just 10 points, a win over the Tennessee Titans. That shifted the draft standings right now in the good old friendly tankathon. It bumped the Jets even with a loss down in the order initially. But this game has major implications again for the top of the draft, as both the Jets and the Jaguars are sitting at 3-10 and are holding picks inside the top 10. Now, looking at the Jaguars offense, they have struggled immensely, but specifically over the last 4 games, 10 points in a win, 20 points in a loss, 6 in a loss, 7 in a loss. So they have scored over 10 points just once in their last 4 games. Mac Jones will be making another start for the Jacksonville Jaguars as Trevor Lawrence is on the shelf after a vicious hit a few weeks ago. Just looking at how he's played, it's been, well, pretty horrendous. 2 touchdowns to 5 interceptions on the season, a 69.6 rating. Ironically, though, the Jets have yet to beat Mac Jones through his entire career, going back to his days as a Patriot. Yes, they were able to beat the Patriots last year to close out their season, but that was against Bailey Zappi. Mac Jones kind of has their number, although it's not like he played phenomenal football the last few times they've played. Nonetheless, Mac Jones undefeated against the New York Jets. Will that continue? TBD. The best player on offense for the Jacksonville Jaguars has been rookie wide receiver Brian Thomas Jr., who ironically, the Jets ranked below Malachi Corley. Brian Thomas Jr. was the wide receiver who went off the board 4th, but Malachi Corley was the Jets' 4th rated wide receiver. Well, Brian Thomas Jr., 851 yards and 6 touchdowns through 13 games on the season. He's been really damn good. Tank Bigsby has taken over for Travis Etienne as the lead back in the offense. Etienne, a former first rounder, just hasn't been able to really get it going on the ground. Tank Bigsby averaging close to 5 yards a carry. He's been very good for them. On the Jets side of things, Breece Hall likely not to play again this week. I would shut him down. There is no reason to bring back Breece Hall at any point in this lost season. Keep rolling with Braylon Allen and Isaiah Davis. Both guys looked fine last week. They don't have that same explosiveness that Breece Hall has, but they were able to be a productive duo against the Miami Dolphins last week. All right, I'll give you some stat predictions. Rodgers, I think, has a pretty good performance this week. He was coming off a strong game against the Miami Dolphins, maybe his best start to finish as a New York Jet. 24-34, 70.5 completion percentage, 245 yards, 2 touchdowns, no picks, and a 110.5 rating is my prediction. Mac Jones, I don't think will do all that much. I have him 20-35, 57.1%. $187 through the air, no touchdowns, no picks because the Jets never create any turnovers, unfortunately, and a 71.9 rating. All right, let's do it. Let's go to my score prediction in this one and my pick against the spread. Jets 3.5-point favorites. I haven't picked the Jets to win outright in a while here. Most people want the Jets to lose this game. So you have some people who want to win for pride. I'm in the numb phase. Once the Jets went out of it, I was like, all right, like I don't have it in me to fight with people about whether the Jets should be winning these games down the stretch or should be losing. Anyway, since most people want the Jets to lose, plus Jacksonville being so bad, I think the Jets do win this game and cover the number at 3.5. I have it a 20-13 New York Jets win. A couple touchdowns through the air for Aaron Rodgers, one touchdown for the Jacksonville Jaguars, and a couple field goals. This will not be a pretty game. This is two really bad teams that make a ton of mistakes. But unfortunately, or fortunately, depending on how you're looking at it, this is one where I think the Jets come away with a win. I don't think it's going to be pretty. I don't think they're blowing them out. I have them winning by a touchdown on the road, which I guess would be an impressive feat, something the Jets don't really do all that much, dominant wins on the road. But the Jaguars feel like a team the Jets could beat down the stretch here. So I think they win this one. I think there's a chance, I'm spoiling going the next few weeks ahead, I think there's a chance they could beat Miami in the last game of the year. Not because I think the Jets are better than the Miami Dolphins at this point, but the Jets are the kings of winning games at the end of their season to change the trajectory of the draft order. There you go. So I wouldn't be surprised. I don't know if I'm going to eventually get there to pick the Jets the final week of the year. I may, but I'm just saying now I would not be surprised. The Rams and the Bills, I don't think the Jets are going to have much of a chance against. The Jaguars and the Dolphins at the end would be my best predictions for games the Jets could win down the stretch here. But anyway, let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. I'm Matt O'Leary. Subscribe if you're new, and I will catch you next time.